My name is Mercedes Sagan.
I'm Jennifer Mankos.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a social worker here at Desert Hope Treatment Center.
Okay.
Okay, so before we go any further into our intake session, we have to go over a few things. So first we're going to go over the confidentiality policy. So what that means is that anything you say to me between these walls will remain between us. So, and with the exception of 3 things, I'll keep everything between you and me private and confidential. So the first exception would be I am a mandated reporter. What that means is that if I am given knowledge of the abuse or neglect of a child under the age of 18, an elderly, a person over the age of 65, or a disabled person, I am by law required to report that. The second exception to confidentiality would be imminent harm. What that means is that if I'm given knowledge of a specific plan to harm oneself or another person, I am required by law to report that as well. The third exception would be by legal limits. What that means is that if a judge orders me to give your information, I'm required by law to give him that information in great confidentiality. So those are the 3 exceptions to the confidentiality policy. Do you have any questions before we go on?
Yeah. So hypothetically, let's say I have a friend and she stole something from a store.
Okay, so because that is not of the 3 exceptions to confidentiality, that would remain between us. We both know that that is illegal, but that will not be shared outside of this room.
Okay, so you won't report that?
No, I'm not required to report that.
So if I come to you and I tell you the story, would you just wouldn't say anything?
I'm not required to say anything, so
Okay.
that would remain between us. So you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now that we've gone over confidentiality, we're going to move on. This will be an appointment to complete the intake assessment. So we're going to go over a series of questions to better understand your concerns, and in this meeting and future meetings to better assist you with your challenges. So I'd like to get to know you a little bit. So, how old are you?
I am 25.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes.
And how many kids did you have?
I just have one.
One kid?
Mm-hmm.
A boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Okay.
His name is Christian.
Christian.
Yes.
And are you working?
So unfortunately, I do have a substance abuse, and I'm addicted to cocaine. So it affects me maintaining my jobs. So I am constantly unemployed due to not meeting the standards in my job.
Okay. And what's your living situation currently?
So I don't have a stable living situation. I'm constantly staying on my friends' couches.
Okay.
So I don't have really my own place.
Okay. You seem a little bit sad or anxious.
I am.
Okay. Would you like to talk about what is making you feel that way?
No. I'm just very sad, and I don't know how to deal with my son being taken away from me. CPS took my son because of my addiction, and it just has me very sad about it because he's my only, son, and he's the only person I love.
Okay. From what I can hear, you are anxious and worried about getting your son back because I see that he's a big part of your happiness and a very big part of your life. You're also worried about finding a stable job because obviously in order to get Christian back, you have to have a stable job and prove that you are capable of maintaining the health of a child. You're also worried about finding a stable house and living situation. And also what seems to be the biggest issue here, and the biggest challenge here, is your addiction. So let me ask you, what would make you feel less anxious and worried?
I feel if I got help and I no longer, had the need to do, this kind of drug, then I can function better for myself and for my son.
Okay. How do you feel about setting up a meeting with a substance abuse counselor?
I'm a little nervous. I've never had a meeting like that. It's very hard for me to understand that I have a problem, but I feel that it's needed in order for me to get Christian back.
Okay, so you are very strong for seeking help. You're incredibly strong for acknowledging that you have a problem and an addiction. I see that you're a very strong woman because you know that it's very important to you to get your son back. So I do see all of those things, and you're a very strong person. So we do only have a few minutes left, but during the session we have learned about you, discussed the challenges that you'd like to address, and our goals in future meetings. So next time we meet, we can discuss the progress you've made, and we'll follow up about your meeting with the substance abuse counselor. We will then be on track to address your other challenges, such as your housing situation, to eventually reach our goal of getting Christian back to you. So, until next week, it was very nice to meet you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.